Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shoutout din sa mga podcast listeners natin. I appreciate you all. Today we're gonna talk about Globe Telecom Incorporated. So let's start with their background. So Globe Telecom Incorporated, or yung stock code nila na GLO, was originally incorporated on January 16, 1935 as Globe Wireless Limited with a franchise to operate wireless long-distance message services in the Philippines. The company eventually changed its name to the present one in 1992 and welcomed Singapore Telecom Incorporated as a new foreign partner the following year. Then, Globe is a telecommunications company that provides digital wireless communication services nationwide under the Globe Postpaid, Globe Prepaid, and TM brands using a fully digital network. The company also offers domestic and international long-distance communication services or carrier services. The company's subsidiaries are composed of the following. To be honest, some of these I'm not very familiar with. I just included it here as a sort of FYI lang. Innov Communications Incorporated, not familiar with that. GTI Business Holdings Incorporated, not familiar with that. Kickstart Ventures Incorporated, hindi ko rin yan alam. Asticom Technology Incorporated, not familiar. Globe Capital Venture Holdings Incorporated, ito medyo familiar na sa akin and narinig ko na siya previously. Bayan Telecommunications Incorporated, this one is familiar then. Tao Dharma Incorporated, not familiar. G Towers Incorporated, ito narinig ko na rin siya previously. Yondo Incorporated, not very familiar. And then lastly, Electronics Commerce Payments Incorporated, not very familiar then. We're now moving on to the leadership. So unahin natin yung chairman of the board, which is si Jaime Agosto Zobel de Ayala. So I think yung last name niya is medyo familiar sa inyo, Zobel de Ayala, no? He's currently 61 years old, and FYI, he is also the chairman and CEO of Ayala Corporation. Well, you've guessed it, yung last name niya. Additionally, he is also the chairman of the Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI. Tinetrade din yan sa PSE and Integrated Microelectronics Incorporated or IMI. Tinetrade din yan sa Philippine Stock Exchange. And then he studied in Ateneo, Leader Cross School, Worth School, and then Harvard. Yung current net worth niya is around 3.1 billion US dollars. Kapag ka-convert sa currency natin, that is around 148.6 billion pesos. So, that is a lot of money. Next one naman, leadership pa rin tayo, no? President and CEO ng Globe. So here he is, si Ernest L. Cu. He's currently 60 years old, so medyo kalapit lang nung age ni Jaime, no? He has served as a director of Globe since April 2009. And then he was appointed as CEO back in 2009 then. He finished a Bachelor in Science degree in Industrial Management Engineering from De La Salle University. Now we are moving on to the juicy part and important part, yung mga financials, yung mga numbers. Let's do it. So ito yung current stock data ni Globe. This is as of Feb 15, 2021. Kanina nung nag-close yung trading day. So, issue type niya is common. Na-list siya sa PSE back in August 11, 1975. Yung current market capitalization is 272 billion pesos. And then, yung board lot niya is 5, par value 50. Yung free float level niya is 21.63%. So, yeah, medyo healthy naman. Foreign ownership limit is 40%. So, yung last traded price niya is nasa 2,040 pesos. So, medyo mataas, no? Yung prices ng stocks ni Globe. Then, yung 52-week high naman niya is nasa 2,300 pesos. And yung 52-week low is 1,590 pesos. Okay, now we are looking at a chart na nag-date back in 1985. So yeah, as I've said earlier, na-list itong company na to back in 1975 but hindi na kinaya ng charts, no? Na bumalik hanggang 1975. So, tingnan lang natin yung oldest data. So, nasa 370 pesos lang siya, no, noong 1985. Pero, medyo mahal na rin siya, no, at this time. Kasi, parang ina-expect ko parang SMC, di ba? Like, or like PLDT na mababa lang talaga yung value early on. Pero yan, kita nyo naman, medyo pricey na din siya at that time. And then ito no, nag-spike yung prices niya back in 1993. So that was after 8 years no. Nasa 1,400-ish na yung open niya, and then nag-high siya as high as 2,500. So mas mataas pa sa value currently no. Isipin mo pagka in-adjust itong value na to according sa inflation rate ng Philippines no, yung 2,500, magkano na yun ngayon? So yeah, grabe. I think siguro nag-announce sila ng kung ano man na parang bagong project or parang may expansion. So medyo naging positive yung sentiment ng market, ng mga investors, ng mga traders. That's why yun, sobrang na-pull up yung prices itong si Globe at that time. And syempre nag-normalize naman yan. So 2015 nakuha niya ulit yung value na yun no. Naglaro ulit siya at around 2,500, and then yung highest was 2,700 pesos. So yeah, kung babalikan natin itong chart na to, around 1997 na yun, na-depress yung prices no. Sobrang bumaba, nasa around 300-ish pesos na lang ulit siya no. And then eventually tumaas naman ulit. So that's very good. And ito nga, diba, 2015, na-achieve niya yung like highest point in like the history of the stock or the company. And then 2020, ito na yung 52-week high niya na-achieve on this day since ayun nga, COVID happened and nagka-pandemic. So ayun, yung market sentiment is talagang bumaba. Lahat gusto magbenta, lahat gusto cash in, gusto mag-cash out or whatever you call it. Basta, sobrang dami nagbenta on that day. So, ayun. Bumaba siya 1,590. So, imagine kung nakabili ka at that price point. Medyo maganda kapag long-term investor kasi. Medyo mataas yung yield na ibibigay niyan sa'yo every year. And then, yun, current market price niya nga is nasa 2,040. Medyo old data tong nailagay ko dito. So, this was back in, so last week pa. Feb 9. So, 2,000 siya nag-close. Pero hindi naman siya masyado nalalayo no, sa current market price, which is 2,040 pesos. Next one, we have the dividend information ni Globe. So, from 2015 to 2019, the past 5 years, regular sila nagbibigay ng dividends. And itong 2020, nagbigay din sila ng dividends. So, 83, 88, 91, 91, 91. So yeah, every year lumalaki naman or like minamatch lang nila yung binigay the previous year. And then yung dividend yield nila was 4.48, 5.83, 4.79, 4.79, 4.50 respectively every single year. And then yung dividend payout ratio nila, pinakamataas yung 2017, 83%. And then gradually bumababa no, naging 67, naging 56 noong 2019. So, I think that's good naman, no? Hindi sobrang naapektuhan yung dividend yield. Hindi bumababa gaano. Pero medyo bumababa yung dividend payout ratio. That means na, kumbaga, nag-i-innovate pa rin yung, yung company. Even though yung business is talagang nag-work na. Yung current business model nila is okay na. Cash cow na nga to eh. But yeah, nag-aalat pa rin sila, no? Ng pera para sa innovation. And siguro kung may iba silang ventures na gagawin. So, that's pretty good. Alright, so ito naman. So, from 2016 to 2020, itong data na to. And lahat nung cash payments sila, dividend payments on those years. And then, tama ba? Like, quarterly sila nagbibigay. Usually. 2019, yeah, quarterly. 2018, quarterly. 2017, yeah, quarterly sila nagbibigay. Feb, May, August, November. Okay, consistent naman, no? Yung X dates. It's always Feb, May, August, and then November. Okay, that's good. And then yung 2020 dividend yield niya is 5.40%. So, medyo tumaas, no, compared nung 2020. Then, yung 5-year average dividend yield niya na binibigay is 5.06%. That is pretty good. And yung 5-year average dividend payout ratio is nasa 70.2%. Moving on sa mga price ratios ni Globe Telecom. So, yung focus natin dito is price to earnings and PEG ratio. So reminder lang, yung price to earnings ratio, yung sweet spot dyan is around 15 or below. So 2015, nasa 15.42, that's good. 2016, 13.07. 2017, 17.4. 2018, 13.98. And then 2019, 12.40. So kung first time nyo na-encounter itong si price to earnings ratio, basically ang ibig sabihin lang nito is kung ano yung lumabas dito, ito yung willing ibayad ng mga investors, ng mga traders para kumita sila at least 1 peso para dito sa stock na to. So yeah, example, ito, 2019, 12.40 yung price to earnings ratio niya. So, pagka bumili ka ng stock na to, technically, para kumita ka ng piso per share, kailangan mo magbayad ng 12.40 pesos. I hope that makes sense. Then yung next one nating titingnan is PEG ratio. So basically, ang parang rule of thumb dito, not really rule, but parang ideally, dapat 1 or below yung lumabas sa PEG ratio. So 2015, 0.71. Lahat naman pumapasok dun sa natin, sa criteria natin na 1 or below. Negative 3.38 noong 2016, negative 3.20 noong 2017, 0.57 noong 2018, and then 2019, 0.62. I really hope na ilabas na nitong mga companies na to, no? Yung financial statements sila for the whole year of 2020 or like the last quarter of 2020, since yung for 3 quarters naman is readily accessible na sa PSE Edge. But yeah, it's like mid-Feb na. And then wala pa rin yung mga data na yun. I mean, sa PSE Edge, but I think mas nauuna i-release sa website nila, or I don't know. Hindi ko check doon. Sa PSE Edge lang ako tumitingin. But yeah, karamihan sa mga companies hindi pa nagbibigay ng reports nila. Anyway, let's move on now to the financials. So, from 2015 to 2019 ulit itong data na to. So, tingnan natin muna yung sales nila. So, every year lumalaki yan. 120 billion, 126 billion, 135 billion, 151 billion, and then 166 billion. Every year lumalaki. That's good. And then, yung total revenue sila, tingnan din natin. Lumalaki din siya every single year. Kalapit lang din naman yan ng sales eh. So, 123, 128, 138, 152, and 168 billion pesos. Tapos yung operating expenses, yeah, medyo lumalaki din, no, kada taon. But that's fine kasi namamatch naman dun sa revenues and yung sales nila. Ang isa lang, medyo, kumbaga parang red flag dito sa stock na to is yung borrowing sila. Well, given the size naman kasi, no, nung enterprise na ito, nitong company na to, like, I think acceptable naman na ganito kalaking borrowings. I think they're in good shape naman. Kasi, bro mo, di ba? Kung yung long-term borrowings mo, sabihin natin yung total borrowings mo, no, 139. And then sa isang taon naman, kinikita mo rin yun, or like, na-cover yun ng sales mo. So, I think that's good. I think that's good enough. At least, kumbaga na match or nag-exceed pa yung benta mo, no, kaysa dun sa mga utang mo. So, yeah. And then, ayun, dito na tayo sa net income nila. So, every year, lumalaki naman. Bumaba lang ng konti ng 2016 and 2017. And then 2018, nakabawi na sila. 2019, yung biggest the last 5 years. 22.27 billion pesos. But that will take a hit for sure ng 2020. Since ayun nga may pandemic. And that is out of their control naman. So, dito na tayo sa data ng 2020. So, this is as of the third quarter of 2020, September 30. The current year gross revenue nila, this is making billions to, no? Kasi in thousands. So, gross revenue is 36.6 billion pesos. Net income nila, that's pretty good naman, no? At least net income rin. After taxes is 4.3 billion pesos. Comparing it to 2019, third quarter, 5.6 billion pesos yan. And then current year to date, hindi naman nagkakalayo yung revenue, no? So yung gross revenue ng 2020 for 3 quarters, 109 billion pesos. Last year, 2019, 110 billion pesos. So 1 billion lang in difference. And then yung net income after taxes, third quarter ng 2020, Actually, not third quarter, but for 3 quarters ng 2020, that was around 15.8 billion pesos. Then the previous year for 3 quarters, 17.6 billion pesos. So they are in a healthy state, I think, revenue-wise, income-wise. So yeah, I think it's a good buy sa current price niya. But I think siguro mag-shoot kayo ng prices around 1,900-ish. Kasi personally, hindi pa ako nakabili nitong si Globe. Mas na-prioritize ko si PLDT. Kasi nung tinignan ko yung financials sila, mas nag-increase pa no, yung income nila ng 2020 compared to 2019. So, yeah, mas na-attract ako dun sa stock na yun. But yeah, if you're interested in Globe and parang nag-hesitate ka, ayun, I think it's a good buy. At its current price, even though, pricey talaga yung stock niya, but yung dividends naman na binibigay is okay din. Nasa 5%, no, yung average dividend yield na binibigay niya the past 5 years. So that is pretty good. Alright, we are heading towards the end of this episode, guys. Silipin natin yung mga sources for today's video. Andiyan si BPI Trade, PSE Edge, Globe, Unsplash, and Jiffy. Lahat ng mga links yan is matatagpuan sa description sa baba. And now, before we end, we have a quote galing kay, kanino pa nga ba, Gary Vaynerchuk. So, sabi niya, fall in love with losing because most people are scared of it. So yeah, parang iba kasi yung parang mga parents na-instill sa mga anak nila na pangit matalo or like pangit mag-fail or like mali yun. I think misconception yun, and like ang dami sa atin na takot like mag-fail and takot like matalo. But I think kapag ka nangyari yun or na-experience natin yun, doon tayo talaga natututo, no? Kasi kung palagi ka lang nananalo, no, lagi ka lang nasa taas, parang walang challenge, no? Di ba? Like wala kang bagong matututunan kasi alam mo na yung ginagawa mo is tama na kasi lagi kang panalo. But yeah, I think even though you're like the best at what you do, sometimes nag-fail ka pa rin, di ba? Like, pag-usapan natin, sports, di ba? Tom Brady, di ba? Considered the greatest American footballer of all time. So, yeah. Ilang beses na ba siya nanalo ng Super Bowl? 7 na, no? 7. Pero yung appearance niya is, I think, 9. So, he lost 2. So, di ba? Even the greatest player, American football player of all time, natalo siya ng 2 beses sa championship. So, si Michael Jordan din. Although hindi siya natalo sa finals, 6 yung championships niya. Diba? Previously, sobrang nahirapan siya bago makarating sa finals. Hindi siya makalusot kay Bird, diba? Hindi siya makalusot kay Isaiah Thomas, yung Pistons, yung Bad Boys. So, it took like how many years? Like 7, 8 years bago niya makuha yung first chip niya. And the same goes kay Kobe, diba? Rest in peace. And then kay LeBron, diba? Like, he's the king. He's considered one of the best players din that ever played the game. And ilan yung finals losses niya, di ba? Basta lagi ka lang matututo dun sa mga like pagkakamali mo, kahit matalo ka, okay lang yun. Basta you keep going, you keep trying, then you're good and you are in the right direction. Alright guys, end na natin yung episode here. Sana may natutunan kayo, and if umabot kayo at the end of this episode, thank you very much. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, now's a good time to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell para lagi ma-miss out sa mga uploads ko. Twice a week ako nag-upload mga videos similar to this, and you don't wanna miss them. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you all on Monday. Always remember, be Peso smart.